Welcome to Pillow Talk. This is a show that is done in our bed on our pillows.
Hello everyone. We are so happy you are here with us, back for another video, back to hear all the juiciness, and we are so glad to have you. So thank you for tuning in for another Pillow Talk. Okay, I wanted to talk about something a gentleman said. His name is Professor Paul Klein, and he said that love can become manipulation. And he gave the example of his wife saying, "Honey, give me a back rub," and him telling her that, "Hey, I'll do it, but just let me finish this project." And then the wife says, "But honey, if you love me." So he says that is the moment when love becomes manipulation. And to be honest, I never really, thought about it that way. I mean, I know it was a type of reverse psychology. So when I try that, I think to myself, maybe he'll do it if I say it like that. And so, we sometimes know what we're doing, but we call it something else. Reverse psychology sounds so much better than manipulation. Manipulation sound like he's an evil queen. But that was just food for thought. I never really gave it that much thought until I heard him say it. I wonder what you guys think. Comment down below. What is your thought about that? Love becoming manipulation.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about that issue of manipulation. When the manipulator is manipulating, the person who's being manipulated, they're gonna have a very, very, very tough time, because the person who's manipulating has their intention in mind, where they're trying to get the person to do what they want them to do, but they're using love as an excuse to get them to do what they want them to do. And a lot of times the person who's being manipulated doesn't even know that they're being manipulated, because all they can see is the face of the loved one, but they can't see the intentions behind the person who is the loved one. So that's the issue right there. I'll use this as an example though. In terms of manipulation and being manipulated, I know for a fact that me and Vanessa, we have gotten gifts from persons, but we didn't know that the person who gave us the gift had an intention of us being indebted to them. But they saying, "Oh, I love you, so I'm giving you this gift." But behind the gift was an actual intention of having us indebted to them. Whereas now, no matter what you do, it's never good enough because you owe me. That right there, that's like hanging the carrot over the rabbit's head, and the rabbit could never get the carrot because it's above the rabbit and it's out of the reach of the rabbit, even though the rabbit can see the carrot. That's like really, that's a bad situation to be in, because we have experienced that, and it's not a good feeling, because you would think that a person who claims to love you has your best interests at heart, but yet they turn around and use the thing that they gifted you with as a weapon to keep you hostage.
Okay guys, a thought came to mind just now. It is so important as individuals who are in a relationship with someone to work on ourselves, because yes, this show is about marriage and relationships, but guess what? You are the person that is in the marriage. You are the person that is in the relationship. And if you are not right, there is a high chance that your relationship will not be right. So you have to go back to basics and you have to work on yourself. Yourself is important. What are the things that you need to fix? What are the things that are broken that need to be mended? What are the hurts that you need to get over? Because all of us carry a lot of hurt that we mask with a smile. And we don't want anyone to know about our hurt because we are afraid that they will see us as less. We are afraid that people will think that we don't have our act together. We are afraid that people will see us as weak if they know that we are hurting in different areas of our lives. But hey, we are all humans and we all have issues that we are dealing with. And so I think it's so important to take time out and to reflect away from your spouse, away from your boyfriend or girlfriend, and to look at yourself and to deal with those things that are happening on the inside of you so the outside of you can be much better. And by outside, I mean how you interact with your husband, how you interact with your wife or your kids or whoever. You have to fix the inside first.
Yeah, Vanessa, that's so interesting how you spoke about mask and persons masking their feelings. You know, what's so ironic is that we now are wearing masks. We're talking about the world. Everybody's wearing a mask right now because of the coronavirus. But if you really think about it, we were wearing masks before the coronavirus because we hide behind the smile. We hide behind the smile. I know of couples who you would think that everything was perfect in their marriage because every time you saw them, they were laughing up, smiling up, giggling up. And then when you look, boom, relationship goes south because the husband did something or the wife did something. So not every smile is a smile. Another thing, when you think about it, you go on Facebook. Look what the couples would do. The average couple, they would take a picture with them smiling. I dare any one of y'all out there, those who are married or dating, take a picture with y'all fighting or frowning or unhappy. You ain't gonna do that because you want to convince the world that you got it together. Nobody perfect. Listen, there is no marriage that's perfect. Even though me and Vanessa have been married 14 years, going on to 15 December, the same December, we're going to be married 15 years. We had our ups and downs. All right? Thank God we never try to kill each other because we really genuinely love one another. But we were able to make our marriage work through the grace of God. And I think one of the key components to our marriage being successful is that both of us loved God. We Christians, right? And both of us we selfless. We want to make the other person happy. And I thank God that Vanessa's that way. And I thank God that I'm that way. So it's more easier. So the whole mask thing and pretending, boy, listen, you can pretend as much as you want. At the end of the day, that what goes on behind the scene that counts.
I remember growing up thinking that marriage was the answer to everything. Like I would watch those movies where the Prince Charming comes along and saves the day, you know? I don't know. Hollywood just have you believing that finding a husband is the answer to your happiness. And I think a lot of times we allow what we might watch on television, what we might read, to kind of formulate this idea in our minds about what finding a husband will make our lives like, or finding a wife, what it's going to do. But I don't think that is a realistic view of marriage or of getting a husband, because in truth, if you find a husband, if you do get married, that doesn't mean that you won't be sad sometimes. That doesn't mean that everything is going to be peachy, and that doesn't mean that you'll never have any type of problem anymore. Marriage isn't a pill that you take to remedy life's problems. Okay? Finding a husband isn't the answer to your happiness, because you have to find happiness for yourself. You have to bring that to the table. You cannot just depend on your spouse to make you happy or to have that inner joy, because that inner joy, only God can give you that inner joy, that inner peace. And so you have to be complete before you find the other person. I know we talk about finding your other half or your better half, but in truth, in reality, you have to already be complete. You have to already be whole, And so that's what I used to think about marriage. Now I think of marriage as a partnership. I think of marriage as, being there for the person, and vice versa, them being there for you. Someone that how they're in your corner, someone that loves you in spite of all of your many flaws, And so I think before you get married, you need to really reevaluate what your idea of marriage is, and why you want to get married, and what you think it's going to do, So that's just food for thought. That's food for thought, guys. So, yeah. Well, we have come to the end of our pillow talk. And I know we gave you lots of ideas, lots of tips to reflect on. So, see you again next time for another pillow talk. Bye!